Welcome back to the Whiskey Garage. And on this episode, we got the new 2025 Cellar Age. Now, I have all three, and I can't remember if the first one was better than the second one or the third one. Obviously, I haven't tried the third one, but on this episode, we're going to crack the new one, review that, and then I'm going to compare it with the old ones. And a fun fact that I was just made aware of, that the 2023 Cellar Age came in a 700 milliliter, while the 24 and the 25, 750s. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what it's all about. Now, a lot of the hype has gone down for these bottles. Here's nice strain right here. Let's hear that pop. Ooh, that was a good one. So as I pour myself this shot, I don't know why I said shot. As I pour myself this dram, we'll be right back. Welcome back. So let's get to the facts of these things. Back in 2023, Maker's Mark released this series because they really didn't have any aged, at least aged on the bottle statements for any of their whiskeys, bourbons. So in 23, they came out with a 13% 11 year and an 87% 12 year. Thing was so difficult to get. They put this thing in their dungeon, in their cellar, where cellars are cool, so doesn't give it that much of an oaky effect. So in 2024, they came out with their second release, which was 15% 12 year and 85% 13 year. So this year they went with 3 different years. 74%, which is the majority, 11 year, 10% 13 year, and 16% 14 years in this 2025 Cellar Age. So I'm going to review this one first, and I'm going to go down the line and see if the rest are better. I mean, more whiskeys in the blend, more problems. All right, let's get this sucker on the nose. It does have that Maker's Mark wheat funk to it. Strong vanillas. It gives me like a chalky limestone. And then red fruit. A little bit of pear. And a little bit of pepper. So let's get this thing on the palate. So it has that Maker's Mark wheat funk, but then it swishes around to this candied pear. Like, you know when those pears are like you get that can of pears, like the Tutti Fruttis, like kind of like that. Then it has a baking spice at the end. It's a longer finish, but that's all I get from it. It's great. It tastes great. I'm just getting basically just a vanilla with pear and a baking spice finish with that wheat funk. So let's try it up against the 2024. The 2024 Has like a raspberry on it, on the nose. Like a candied raspberry. That's what I get on the nose on that. So let's see what it tastes like. That raspberry transfers over with a bit of vanilla and a bit of baking spice. This one's more straightforward. So far, I like the 2025. Now, the 2023, which is, from what I've seen, everyone's favorite. I don't know if it's because the bottle's more than halfway empty, but I'm just getting a flat stone fruit and brown sugar on this. The nose is not that bad, it's just not that powerful. On the palate, it's very baking spice forward. Has that wheat funk that Makers is known for. And then it has this strange flat feel at the end. Like a grain forward feel at the end. So, to me, the 2023 is my least favorite thus far. If I were to put them in rank, last, I'm going to try these one more time. So my ranking goes straight across. I think the new 2025 is better than the 24 and the 23. Now, do I give into account that the 23 has been open for, 2 years? Yes, I do. But the flavors, even if they were elevated because it's still on the flat side, I don't think it would beat the 2024. Now, these are close by a hair. This is a fresh crack. So later they might be swapped. But in my opinion, the 2024 is more wheat funk and baking spice forward than the 2025. 2025 has more lingerings of stone fruit, red fruit, and that pear I said. So I enjoy this more. Now, fresh crack and all, we take into account. But as of today, the 2025 is better than the rest of the offerings. It's older, and it's actually more available than any of the other ones. But with that being said, that's just my opinion. Don't get mad about it. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, and watch for more short, long comparisons and reviews.